So the topic today is the power of habit, based on chapter 1, stanza 3 of the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna says, O teacher, behold the array of the sons of Pandu pitted in battle against the sons of the Pada. And the allegory is to all the good and bad habits that come in our way as we have very good intentions to have a good meditation. And there is a reason why all of this happens, and it is worthwhile to explore it in our lives. As you know, Master was way ahead of his time and very scientific in his teachings. And there is a very stunning definition he had for habits. He defined habits as mental machines installed by man to increase efficiency in effort and willpower exerted to commit actions. And I thought, it stands the test of time even 100 years later. It is so appealing to us. Those are mental machines. And the whole purpose of them is to increase the efficiency of willpower and effort required to perform an action. And if we look at it, if we want to move ourselves sitting comfortably in a chair, if you have to get up and go and get a glass of water, what is it we battle with? We battle with the inertia we have, the willpower that is not optimally performing, and also the effort that we have to put out. It is the same thing when it comes to meditation. When we have to wake up in the morning, what happens to us? We don't want to wake up. The willpower is not optimal, and neither is the effort that we put out. And I remember Devi often shares this example of are you a potato that needs to be mashed and rolled around to make a hash brown or whatever? Or are you a toast that pops up out of the toaster when it comes to getting up in the morning for your meditation? We have to be steadfast in our willpower. And it is not that, our intentions are not good. The intentions are always good. But there are a number of things that come in our way, and habits is one of the big things that come in our way. And these are formed over incarnations. And there is a huge leverage of the karma that we carry from our past lives that also comes into play when we see these habits. Why are some people less lazy than others? Why are some people more happy than others? It's all because of what we have done in the past, which is what on the spiritual path we are trying to purify and intensify so that we can make our search more steadfast and make faster progress in this lifetime. Master goes on to analyze in this beautiful article that he has written on the power of habits on what goes on and what sits behind this. And he says, all of us have a great deal of discrimination, but our tendencies from the past come and interfere. One of the tendencies he deep dives into is the need for material achievements or the attractions of the material world, whether it is wealth that we seek or whether it is comfort that we seek of a worldly life. It always comes in the way of us being able to progress spiritually. And when you are materially inclined, then what starts to happen is we become very restless, because always there is that greed and that need to achieve more and the need to gratify the ego, which plays an upper hand over sattvic spiritual tendencies. And so the mind becomes restless, and when the mind becomes restless, it finds enough activities to keep us away from meditation. So work could be one excuse, or it could be the worldly duties that we have to perform, or it could be just in our mind the situations that we create, which says that I have to do this, and when I sit down for meditation, those are the things that I think about. But what is reassuring is, Master also says, you have very good karma from previous lifetimes, which comes and interferes with these tendencies and creates in you the discrimination to want to meditate or to perform good actions. So, this is the little battle that goes on within our spine and within our mind and within our body, which has two counter forces that are at play. One is the outward pull of the world, and the other is our own good karma from the past, which tells us that don't do this. You have to meditate. You have to make love to God today. Don't sleep without your meditation, or do more kriyas, or still your mind. These are the things that come to us from our past good tendencies. There is a beautiful story that Master shares in this article of, as he calls, a strange musician in the city of Calcutta, who was well renowned for teaching music. And students came to him from near and far. And in Bengal, anyway, there is a huge respect and tradition for music, so he was way ahead in his talent. And one day came to him two students, and I think Master, for his American audience, adapted the story. So the names and the currencies are American. So there was a John and a Jack who came to this music teacher to learn music one day. John was the son of a very rich man, and Jack was the son of a poor man, and both wanted to learn music. And this teacher had the innate ability to feel students as they came to him in terms of their talent, in terms of their tendencies, and in terms of their state of mind. So John, who was the son of the rich man, said to him that, teacher, I want to learn music. And the teacher said to him, okay, so what is your interest in music? He said, I've never learned music, but I now feel very inclined to learn music. So he said, okay, I will charge $10 for a class. And John was very happy, and he said, I will pay and I will come on time, and I'd like to start my training. And then there was Jack, and Jack was anxiously waiting his turn. And the master asked him, so Jack, why do you want to learn music? And he said, I have been a bit lazy and I have dabbed with music off and on, but I have not persisted. And this time I really want to learn music and make a profession out of it. So he said to him, I will charge you $20 for the class. And Jack was very upset because, one, he came from a poorer family and knew John was well-to-do. And this teacher was going to charge him double this amount of money. So he protested and said, teacher, why are you asking me for $20? And he said, well, there is a reason why I ask you for $20. Because the first $10 will be spent in unlearning the bad music that you learned wherever without putting in your effort and your concentration. And it will take me a lot of effort to make you unlearn that and then start learning the music that John will be learning. The moral of the story is there is a lot of baggage that we carry from our past. There are tendencies, there are moods, there are inclinations. More importantly, there are many habits that we carry. And the effort in our meditation should be to unlearn all that is negative within us and to be able to help prevail the goodness that also exists in us and help us achieve the perfection that we seek. And I'd like to conclude by a quote from Master, where he says, make spiritual hay while the sunshine of willingness shines upon your meditation. So whenever you have a good meditation, try not to get away and try not to let the worldly tendencies pull you out. And if the intentions are strong, then everything good will come together to help you have good meditation. So may you all have good meditation.